In this procedure, we will be replacing the actuator's rear strut receiver handle on a SureShade Power Bimini. The tools required for this procedure are a Phillips screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a 5/32 hex wrench. Let's raise the Bimini so that we can compare the different receiver handles to see which one will need to be replaced. Move to the back of the actuator to find the receiver handle. As you can see, there are several types that can be found, but the one we want to replace has a wider slot that runs all the way down the strut receiver handle. If you have identified that the strut receiver handle needs to be replaced, then we need to lower the Bimini back down. To make things easier, we will remove the boot and raise it back up. The next step is to take the 5/32 hex wrench and remove the two hex cap screws in the rear strut and set aside. We then slide the rear strut off the receiver handle. Using our Phillips and flathead screwdriver, we remove the screw holding the pivot pin in the receiver handle of the actuator. Now slide the pivot pin out and remove the receiver handle from the actuator. Place the new receiver handle in the actuator and slide the pivot pin through the actuator hole. Then reinstall the screw into the pivot pin. Next, slide the rear strut onto the receiver handle, and be careful not to pinch the wires. Align the holes of the rear strut with the holes in the new receiver handle. Now you can reinstall the two hex cap screws. Make sure to repeat the process on the opposite side. Finally, you can lower the Bimini and reinstall the boot. This completes the procedure of actuator rear strut receiver handle replacement for the SureShade Power Bimini.